So we are kicking off a new series on the channel with me discussing some of the worst tropes that appear in the Spongebob show. For y'all that don't know, a trope is basically a reoccurring theme, and the first of those tropes we're going to look at are the formula plots.
Hey!
One of the most core elements of SpongeBob is the Krabby Patty, which is probably the most iconic thing about the show, next to SpongeBob's pineapple. The Krabby Patty, of course, is made with a secret ingredient, which is the Krabby Patty secret formula. The formula is first mentioned in Plankton's first episode, which is the self-titled Plankton.
When I discover your formula for Krabby Patties, I'll run you out of business. I went to college!
Believe it or not, the formula is actually only mentioned twice in season 1.
Take the stupid patty, I don't want the secret recipe anyway.
And isn't even seen until season 2.
You told me to keep it in this bottle.
This is it, Plankton. Gently now.
Plankton appears multiple times in the first season without the formula even being mentioned, which is great, honestly. Although Walking Small isn't one of my favorite season 1 episodes, it is really nice to see Plankton scheming about something other than the formula, and in this case trying to overtake Goo Lagoon.
You see how wonderful life can be when you're maniacal?
In pre-movie, Plankton appears 19 times and tries to steal the secret formula in 7 of those appearances. This is a decently healthy mix, as he gets to do some other stuff, like he gets covered in snow in that one episode. Yeah, Plankton doesn't really do all that much in pre-movie, which is fine. Him just being there in scenes unrelated to the recipe is good world building and can give his character some more depth.
Shia Kazee!
This, however, changed. Just looking at his appearances in later seasons, you can kind of see a pattern where almost every episode includes the words "steal the secret formula." Season 9 might be the worst offender, but most post-movie seasons use Plankton way too much, and way too often they have him trying to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula. Now, why is this? I find it weird that one plot with one character is constantly reused, while characters like Sandy barely get to appear like in one major appearance in a whole season. But they keep coming back to that well with the Plankton formula plots. And I think it all comes down to one thing. Formula plots are easy to write. Plankton at his core is an easy character to write for if you don't care about originality. Plankton disguised himself as 3 different characters in 3 different episodes, the same season, all to get the formula. These 3 episodes prove exactly why the formula plots are a problem. There is nothing important that distinguishes these 3 episodes. I recommend Alpha J's video on the Plankton disguised episodes to see why they fail. But in my opinion, these types of plots are very low effort, and all you really have to do is choose who Plankton is going to disguise as, and then you have an entire episode of modern SpongeBob. In all these episodes, SpongeBob is very stupid, not noticing that this is clearly Plankton being dressed up as someone else, and all these episodes mean nothing because Plankton can never get the formula. And the jokes are, of course, bad because there's no originality with these episodes, so there's no new jokes to tell, so we get a lot of repeated jokes. The worst part of the formula plots might actually be the status quo. Because the show is episodic to a ridiculous degree at this point, Plankton will never get the formula. You know, as soon as the episode starts, pretty much how the episode will end. Plankton will fail. This gives the episode pretty much no tension at all, and without tension and without an original or interesting plot, it's very hard to make a good formula episode. In my opinion, most formula episodes turn out to be very dull. There are exceptions like Goo Goo Gas and the Great Patty Caper, but my favorite Plankton appearances are almost always when he does something different than trying to steal the formula. Matter of fact, the best Krabs vs Plankton episodes are usually the ones where the formula isn't a big plot point. Fry cook games,
I love messing things up.
Welcome to the Chum Bucket,
Steady, Plankton. It's all gonna pay off soon enough.
Krabs a la mode, and of course, Krabs vs Plankton. All the last 3 episodes all have the formula mentioned in them, but it isn't like the episode doesn't revolve around it. If there's anything season 13 has gotten right, it's Plankton's plots. He has tried to steal the formula in a couple of episodes so far, but also has a romantic episode with Karen. He has teamed up with Krabs for a new business venture, and he built a robot to devour the entire population of Bikini Bottom. And actually, one of the season 13 formula episodes were actually really unique and not even centered around the formula that much. Personally, I'd like to see more episodes like Say Aw and King Plankton, where they pull off having Plankton as a villain with a new goal. We have had a lot of non-memorable one-off Spongebob villains, whereas having Plankton as the antagonist often makes the episode a lot more interesting. Of course, if you don't go the normal formula route. We also have to mention Karen's virus, which is an epic episode which puts SpongeBob and Plankton together with no focus on the formula, which made it a very good episode.
It's up to you, SpongeBob! You must save Karen!
No!
What do you mean, no?
So, in conclusion, the formula plots have gotten very stale, and it often feels like they just keep pumping out these episodes while having nothing new to add to the trope. I like Plankton as a character, but constantly putting him in the same situation over and over again does his character no favors. When Plankton is not trying to steal the secret Krabby Patty formula and instead just doing something else, it often results in some of his best episodes. Join me next week, where we are probably going with another one of these bad tropes. I've got 5 videos in total planned for this series, and y'all let me know if you're feeling these videos or not. Thanks for watching.